Hi everybody! You're watching the Christiana 321. I am the Christiana, and this is...
I am the John.
I mean, there's a lot of Johns, so I feel like that's not
It's
really...
not as common of a name as you would think. There are like 6 of us, at least.
At least is right,
Mhm.
yeah. So today we're playing Would You Rather. You've never played Would You Rather.
I have not played it.
So there is an actual physical game that probably has rules and stuff, but I've never actually read the rules and stuff. So I don't know if this is like how that's supposed to work. But basically you get A or B question, and then you have to pick A or B and defend it. For example, and we're not going to do this one. Don't answer this one because it's very controversial. Whenever I played in college, the friend groups were divided. There were alliances made. It was, I mean, with everything going on in the Ukraine, we don't need to start a new controversy here. So, the question was, if you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only have one tool, would it be a spoon or a corkscrew? You can sound off in the comments below if you know what the right answer is, because there is one right answer and everybody else is just trolling me. But it'd be something like that, and then you have to defend why you chose whatever.
Alright.
So we've got a bag of a bunch of different ones that I just found online, and I do have bad handwriting, so I'm sorry.
So I will attempt to decipher the handwriting on these.
Yeah, we'll just go back and forth, and you might get some of them right. Some of them are opinions. Some of them do have right answers. Do you want to ask first or answer first?
I will let you do the honors.
I don't know which one is the honors.
I don't either. I was hoping you would figure that out.
Okay. Alright, number 1.
So for those of you watching at home, she already knows all the questions, so she already has an unfair advantage.
Well, I always have an unfair advantage just because I'm always right. So, would you rather have to always hop on one foot or always be in a squat? Just like forever, your entire life.
So I go to the gym about once a week, and that involves squats. They're awful. I would much rather hop on one foot. It would be so much easier. In fact, my dad only had one leg, and he did just fine, so.
Yeah.
So I have life experience in this. Alright.
I don't have a good argument for that. 'Cause, I mean, I feel like either one sounds kind of terrible, but with hopping on one foot, it didn't say that it always had to be the same foot, too. So you could just like, it'd be like you were skipping everywhere.
Or I would just have one really built calf, and the other one would be like a string bean. Alright. Try to read these hieroglyphics. Would you rather be a giant hamster or a tiny rhino?
I feel like there's a lot of variables here as far as like where you're gonna be, how giant is giant, how tiny is tiny. But if we're talking like a puppy-sized rhino, definitely a puppy-sized rhino. If we're talking about an elephant-sized hamster, no, that just seems inconvenient, especially because they're really furry. Like,
I feel like given the question, it would be a hamster-sized rhino or a rhino-sized hamster. That would give you some context.
potentially, that would be very tiny rhino. I don't know that I would want to do that. They both sound terrible now. So I'm gonna go tiny rhino.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah, they're real cute with a little horn and just like bump into things.
You could stab everybody in the ankle.
Yeah. Would you rather go on a picnic or a fancy date?
I suppose it depends on the occasion, but generally speaking, I feel like a picnic would be more fun. Preferably an indoor picnic, given that it's like 10 degrees outside right now. But yeah, I would choose a picnic.
I would agree with that.
Nothing else to say to that?
No, I was just thinking like when I was growing up, we would do indoor picnics sometimes in the living room. And I feel like it was mostly to let us eat inside and parents don't have to worry about us getting the carpet all messed up because they put out a picnic blanket and make it real easy to clean up.
Would you rather lose the ability to cry or cry for 20 minutes every day randomly?
Once upon a time, there was a while that I would just cry for 20 minutes a day randomly. And that wasn't terrible. You get dehydrated a little bit. But also, once upon a time, further back, I never cried, and I feel like that was worse. I'd rather like still be able to cry.
Really? So where are you on this now? Do you still cry every 20 minutes, or do you just not cry at all?
Not every 20 minutes.
Every day, right.
I don't cry every day anymore.
Just every other day? Mostly the days where you don't get to see me. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Mm-hmm. Something like that. Okay, next question. Would you rather have a dragon or be a dragon?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, it worked out pretty well for Donkey. I would rather have a dragon.
I don't think that's what they meant by have a dragon.
The dragon can do my bidding for me.
Yeah. Donkey's dragon wasn't a pet dragon, though.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I can still have the dragon do my bidding. I mean, if I try to return something to the store 31 days after I bought it, oh, dragon, make them take the return. Oh, now I got my money back. I feel like that would be a huge benefit.
I'm gonna talk to them for a second.
Okay.
So, he wants his relationship so that his partner does his bidding? What?
Well, you said a pet dragon.
Right, but then you compared it to Donkey and Dragon, and they were married.
But were they? I mean, I'm just trying to picture them doing things, and I feel
Did you
like
not see their kids?
Eh.
I feel like he didn't watch all of the Shrek movies.
I
and
only
it
watched.
shows.
I only watched it for Smash Mouth. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would you rather give up the internet for 3 months, or not see each other for 3 months? You better answer this correctly.
Well, here's the thing. There's so many ways that we can be in contact with each other without seeing each other, you know? I mean, I feel like technically video calls, you're not actually seeing each other, you know? So, like, it wouldn't be terrible.
We have an internet addict here.
Addiction's a strong word.
I don't feel very loved right now.
I plead the fifth. Would you rather live one life that lasts 1,000 years or 10 lives that last 100 years each?
Do I get to remember the past lives?
Yes. No.
No? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
If I don't get to remember them, then one life for 1,000 years. There's no benefit to having 10 lives if I don't get to remember the previous. But also, it's kind of a crapshoot where I'm going to end up with those 10 lives. I mean, I could be a 16th century Chinese peasant, and that doesn't sound very fun at all. Or I could live in Illinois. That would be terrible. I'm going to go with one life for 1,000 years. Final answer.
Okay. You don't think you'd get bored? And like everybody who you are friends with, you'd have to like watch them pass away and like it'd be
You
real sad.
don't need to keep selling me on this.
Fine. I guess that's payback for the internet question.
There are a lot of TV shows that really prove living forever is awesome. For instance, Forever. Would you rather your significant other be a zombie or an alien?
Oh, Alien. See, well, okay. Zombies, it's a given that you want to eat brains and it would be a constant struggle to be around, right? However, Alien could go anyway, right? There are probably nice aliens, there are probably evil aliens. I feel like none of them will have the like divine imperative to want to eat my brain, and so it would likely be easier to have a symbiotic relationship.
What was that movie? Attack from Mars?
Like I said, like it doesn't specify what kind of alien.
That is true.
Also, I didn't see Attack from Mars, so I'm not sure like how to defend
Well,
it.
if the aliens come in and they kill all the people. I don't want to kill you. That would be awful. I would be sad.
Right, but here's the thing. Was it a like innate desire that they needed to kill the humans, or were they just at war?
I don't know. They didn't speak English, so we never really found out.
That would probably be the hardest part if you were an alien, is communication.
Yeah.
We'd figure it out though.
Yeah. We learned sign language or something.
Or maybe you're the kind of aliens that are telepathic, and so you'd be able to read my mind, and then you'd learn English that way.
Ooh, I would love to read her mind.
Take it back. Would you rather have no elbows or no knees?
I can do without my knees. They don't really work that well as it is. Plus, Cotton Hill did perfectly fine without knees, so I'm gonna lose the knees.
Who's Cotton Hill?
I have so many things to teach her.
But I agree. It'd be a lot easier to just like walk stiff-legged than to not be able to. I'd have to get like a really big spoon.
Imagine trying to put on a sweater with no arms, or no elbows. No arms would actually make it very easy.
Oh yeah.
No elbows would make it very difficult to put on a sweater. It'd get all stretched. The neck hole would be like to your shoulders. It would be
You
be
just
awful.
needed help. My bigger concern would be eating though. It'd be very difficult to feed yourself. It'd just be like throwing.
I don't
stuff
need my
towards your
arms
face.
to eat.
Okay.
She always does that. Okay. Whenever I say something logical and smart.
Okay.
See? Right there. Would you rather be someone who eats with... Good timing. Would you rather be with someone who eats with their hands or constantly burps and farts at the table?
I feel like eating with your hands is not that bad of a thing, unless it's like soup. So it would depend if the person I'm with, like intentionally gets things that you can eat with your hands,
Mm-hmm.
and then just always eats with their hands. That would be fine. Burping and farting at the table, it says constantly. I think it depends on how constant it constantly is. I don't
Imagine-
think it's that bad.
You're at a concert and the tuba section is having a solo.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, if it is just like a constant stream of gas coming out of both ends, it'd be very difficult to hold a conversation.
Alright folks, you heard it here. I will be eating soup with my hands in the next video.
You keep on getting orange ones, so I'm gonna get an orange one.
I'm just picking them at random.
Mm-hmm.
3 orange ones.
Yeah, but I've got one orange one.
And you have 3 green ones.
Yeah, but green and pink are equal. Would you rather be embarrassed in front of your in-laws or your partner's coworkers?
Depends on how I'm embarrassed. Am I like running down the street nude or did I just mix up a word?
Well, what would you find embarrassing?
I don't get embarrassed. I have no shame.
So you're at a dinner with either the in-laws or the coworkers,
Okay.
and you end up spilling your meal all over yourself. Would you rather it be in-laws or coworkers?
I'm pretty sure I did that when we had brunch with your parents.
Oh yeah?
It's not possible for me to eat without getting some on my napkin. I think I can live with that. I'll go with the in-laws.
Okay.
Would you rather have your breath smell like a bad fart or have your laugh sound like a fart?
I think I'd rather have my breath smell like a bad fart, especially nowadays, just because like masks and I'm not usually close enough for anybody to smell my breath. And I've had that breath around you, and you're still here, so I feel like it would be alright.
So what you're saying is you would rather I suffer rather than the viewers at home suffer. Okay. I have nothing to say about that.
Well, which one would you rather?
I don't know. But that's not my question, so I don't have to answer.
You don't have to, but that's part of the fun, is the debate.
Okay.
This game's really fun if you're in a group of a bunch of people, because then you do take sides, and then all of a sudden you got, 5 people with corkscrews and 5 people with spoons trying to like fight each other and show how
hold
it's.
on. It was fork earlier. Corkscrew and
No.
a fork. You said You're gonna edit this video. You'll go back and see it.
Oh, if that's true, I'm so sorry, you guys. No, it's corkscrew and spoon. That would be a very different conversation, I guess. But yeah, no, it's corkscrew versus spoon on the deserted island. And Team Spoon or Team Corkscrew? Let me know. Would you rather always have a mullet or a bowl cut?
Is that even a question? Like, it's like saying, would you rather have $20 or get punched in the face? Of course I want a mullet.
I mean, you do kind of have a mullet
Yeah.
sometimes.
If I had my choice, it would be full on Joe Dirt, business in the front, party in the back, and a perm in the back. That would be spectacular. Would you rather use eye drops made of vinegar or toilet paper made from sandpaper?
I'd say toilet paper made from sandpaper. Because I don't want to put anything in my eyes, regardless of if it's, like, good for them or not. But also, like, I feel like there are other ways of accomplishing what toilet paper accomplishes that, like, be okay for
But it doesn't-
occasionally.
It says, would you rather use it, not would you rather use an alternative if that was here. You have to use it.
Well, yeah, no, you would use it, and then when appropriate, you would like use other methods of cleaning.
I've got vinegar under the sink and sandpaper in the garage. We can make this video interesting if you'd like.
Yeah. Also, I think there's just way more greens in here than any other color.
But the colors mean nothing. Remember that. You're going to be tested later.
They definitely mean things. Okay, would you rather have bananas for fingers or bananas for toes?
Probably bananas for toes. That way I can wear flip-flops.
Mmm.
You ever seen people wear flip-flops? They pretty much have bananas for toes as it is.
Don't be mean to the flip-flop people. I'm a flip-flop person.
I can be mean to the other flip-flop people. You're wearing socks right now, so I have
Like,
no idea
yeah,
what's going
It's
on.
very cold. Did you ever watch the video with the banana hands?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I watched the video with the scissor hands.
the movie with
Yeah,
the scissor
yeah,
hands.
his name was Edward. Eddie for short. Would you rather be reincarnated as a sea creature or an airborne creature? This shouldn't be that hard.
I mean, this is gonna decide my whole like next life. This is real. I don't know if I told you that, but all of these things are gonna come true.
Okay. I'll get out the sandpaper.
I think a sea creature, just because it would be fun, just like swimming all the time and then just like chilling. Whereas if you're an airborne creature, like sometimes you're flying and sometimes you're not, you know?
But airborne creatures get to do other things. Have you ever been to an aquarium or looked at a goldfish?
Well, okay, if I'm gonna be in captivity, sure, airborne. But if I'm just like a random sea creature in the middle of the Pacific, yeah.
They just sit there and float and go bloop bloop, kill me please. And the air creatures eat the sea creatures.
Okay. Air creatures also get eaten by other air creatures.
So you just gotta choose the one on the top of the food chain, like a turkey.
But you don't get to... You don't get to choose which of the airborne creatures or which of the sea creatures. I mean, if I was gonna choose which of the sea creatures, then I could be a shark and then no airborne creature is gonna eat me.
Turkey would.
Turkeys barely qualify as airborne.
Have you ever seen them like wobble up in the air up onto a
Nope.
branch? Would you rather be physically attractive or intelligent? Like you're not already both.
I feel like intelligent. I feel like if I was just attractive and not intelligent, I would get bored.
But if you're not intelligent, you wouldn't know that you're bored. You'd be like the fish, the sea creatures.
I guess that's true. I am contradicting my previous answer.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more I want to do with these.
I'm enjoying them.
Okay.
They're enjoying them. They
I
told
hope
me.
so. You can tell from the future.
Mm-hmm.
So would you rather always wear earmuffs or a nose plug? I feel like it's not really fair to ask right now because it is negative 500 degrees outside.
Yeah. What kind of earmuffs are we talking? Are we talking like hearing protection, noise canceling, or just keeping you warm earmuffs?
I think that you can interpret it either way.
I'm gonna go with like the fuzzy ones that you wear in the winter, not the ones that you wear when you're on like a construction site. And that being the case, I'm going with the earmuffs.
Yeah, because again, very cold outside. But also, have you guys seen Scream Queens? Is that what it's called? Have you seen Scream Queens?
I don't even know what that is.
It is like a ridiculous spoof scary movie TV show kind of thing. But Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia's daughter is in it, and she wears earmuffs the whole time, and it's an homage to Princess Leia's like Cinnabon hairstyle.
In Spaceballs, the spoof character of Princess Leia had the hair, and then she took it off. Turns out they were headphones. Would you rather have to get up every day at dawn or stay up till 3 a.m.?
I mean, I already get up every day at dawn for work.
And I already stay up till 3 a.m. every day.
But I think if I had my druthers, I might want to stay up later. I might, like, if I could just work whenever, then I would stay up later and then wake up later and go to work later.
I feel like it would be better if you were up later too, because then you could just stay up late with me. We'd be on the same level.
Okay. I think we'll each do one more, and then if you guys like it, we'll do another one sometime in the future, and he can contribute some questions.
Alright. Then I'll have the advantage.
Yeah. It's really helping. I think you're winning.
I know.
Or wait, no, I think I'm winning. Would you rather be able to stop time or fly?
Probably stop time. Think about the naps you could take. Like if I'm tired right now, I just stop time. She's sitting here, you're sitting there. I'm gonna go take a nap. And 14 hours later, I come back, we restart, and neither of you knew what was happening.
Naps are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. Stopping time could be very useful. Alright, last question.
Last one. I'm gonna go with orange because apparently that's the one that I've been sticking to. And apparently these actually, the colors mean something, so.
Only orange.
Would you rather know how I'm going to die or how you are going to die?
I'd rather know how you're gonna die. Because if I know how I'm gonna die, then I'm just going to be real paranoid about it all the time.
You're not going to be paranoid if I... Wait, why would you be paranoid? What if it's like a parasailing accident? You just don't go parasailing, you can live for 1,000 years.
Well, that's true. So this goes into like all the different like fantasy, sci-fi, superhero, whatever, magical realism things where somebody can see the future, but then like does knowing the future, are you able to affect change on the future? And then do you now know the new future? If you just decide I'm never going to go parasailing, do you now know the new way that you're going to die? Because you're not going to just not die.
This video is going to be 2 hours long if you keep going on about that.
But yeah, if knowing how, if knowing the future, I'm still able to affect change on the future and then be like, okay, you're going to die in a specific way, so I'm just going to make sure that that specific thing doesn't happen, and then I keep doing that until eventually you're just going to die of old age. But if it's the kind of thing where you know it and then you just can't affect it at all, then I can prepare myself emotionally and make sure that up until then we have all of the greatest memories.
That's sweet. I would want to know how you're going to die. Just so I can say, hey, you want to go parasailing?
Really?
Well, you don't know how you're going to die, so you don't know if that's what it is. It could be something else. Maybe you, like, trip on one of those weird concrete things in the parking lot.
So you would know, and I would know that you know, but you wouldn't tell me how it happened, so you want this to happen just so that you can play pranks on me.
Well, of course I'm not going to tell you. You said you'd be paranoid.
Right, yeah, no, I don't want to know. But if I know that you know, then I'm going to want to know, and I'm going to spend... It's like when you had the surprise for Valentine's Day, and I spent way too much time trying to figure it out. That's what would happen if I knew that you knew. So I don't know exactly where that cut off, but it did cut off because we were talking for way too long. So, you can make your final point.
My point is, I would rather know when you're gonna die. And you would be questioning me about it all the time, and I would give you a different answer each time.
What if you just didn't let me know that you knew?
Well, I would have to. It would be much more fun to give you a different answer each time.
Fun for you.
Yeah! And fun for the viewers at home, because I would film it too. Come Christmas, you're gonna be asking what I got you for Christmas. And I'm gonna tell you. But every single time I'm gonna tell you something different. Maybe it's a wheelbarrow. Maybe it's a fender for a Dodge Caravan. Maybe it's a new tripod. It could be anything. But it's probably not gonna be the things that I tell you.
Okay, so you heard it here first. He's kind of a jerk.
I'm nice to you.
Uh-huh.
You said something mean to me earlier, which I am so nice.
I feel
I
like
have already forgotten what it was.
it wasn't mean.
It was mean.
Alright, well that's all we're gonna do. If you want to see this again, why? But let us know in the comments below what you'd like to see us do, or
We can do all sorts of things, like parasailing.
you don't want to go parasailing. I feel like I would go parasailing. I don't think that you would ever go parasailing.
This is true.
Okay, so like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for fun videos that I make sometimes. And then, yeah, leave a comment if you were Team Spoon or Team Corkscrew, or answers to any of the other Would You Rathers. Tell us why John was wrong. And I'll see you later. Good night, sweet dreams. I love you.
I'm Team Fork, by the way.
That's not a team.